Middlewich, so we are leaving today, heading back to the boat lift because Fuel Boat Halsall will be doing his run this week. So I'm going to get some coal and diesel off them. So I'm heading back to the boat lift. This is where we've been staying for the last couple of days. It is just below the big lock in Middlewich. The big lock's just round that bend, as you can see. But I didn't want to go through the lock, so I stayed below, and I'm going to turn in that wide bit there. It's the natural winding hole. So I'm just going to back up a little bit and make the turn. Sound like Michael Jackson, don't I? Make that turn! Woo! So here goes nothing. But hopefully we'll have a gentle reverse up to the winding hole and see what happens. Start going around, and that's where my back end's going to go. Hopefully I've left myself enough room. Should have. But yeah, around she goes. Let's put this down, settle this. Go. Goodbye Middlewich, we'll be here again. Let's get on our way. Get it to yourself if you want to stay here, but it's very muddy, and I do try and avoid the mud if I can, because all you seem to do is just trail it back into the boat. It's inevitable, really. And the dog, well, she never wipes her feet. She just barrel rolls into the boat and then jumps all over everything. And she always, we have this battle main centre about who sits where, and we all like sitting at the door end of the sofa because it's near the fire. So I have to blackmail her away from the end with biscuits so that I can sit there. But of course, if she's been outside, I'll have to then sit on a load of muddy paw prints. So my sofa, which permanently has a cover over it because of her, basically. There's no point having a sofa, you can't even see it because it's covered up. But yeah, me and Senna like to argue about who sits where. I always win, you see, because I've got access to the food. Some would say maybe if she got a Kit Kat out and threw that at the other end of the sofa, I might run to the other end of the sofa and sit there. But unfortunately, I've got thumbs and she hasn't. So until she gets a thumb, and can pick a Kit Kat up. So he's at it. It's a nice little steel bridge here. I'll duck my head a little bit for this one. Bit of bad form there as well. A coal bag in the canal. That will just get wrapped around somebody's prop, and it's bad form because it's a coal bag, so it's obviously come from a boat, and boaters should know better. So very disappointing, but hey ho. Yes, heading to Anderton boat lift, as already stated. Fuel boat Hull is heading up there, ready to do a delivery run tomorrow. So I'm going to get 6 bags of coal. I like to keep a stock of 10 bags of coal. I'm down to 5 bags on the roof, but I know the basket's empty in the boat, so that'll be 4 bags. So I'll get 6 and that'll put me back on 10. And some people say that's a bit overkill, but I go on the basis of if Hull has any issues or breakdowns and can't come on one of the runs, then I'd have to go nearly a month. And the reality is I've been using a bag of coal every 2 days. So in theory, 10 bags should last 20 days. So I'm never going to get caught short. There will be some point, I don't quite know when it is, but it'll be when the weather turns, and that'll probably be the end of February going into March, where I'll stop buying it and run it down. I did, as most of my vlogs will tell you, run around all summer with 4 bags of coal on the roof because I didn't quite time it right at the end of last time. So, but I ain't got a problem with that. It's better to have than not, but a lot of boats don't want to have coal strewn all over the roof. I'm not saying I do either, but I'm going to stick to my principle at the moment. So 6 bags on order today. I've actually ordered a couple of bags of logs. Logs are alright. They're multi-stoves. They're a bit weird really. You either burn coal or you burn logs, but you don't really burn logs and coal together. Because coal, you try and feed coal with air from the bottom, but logs and wood is the opposite. You feed wood from the top, and of course the fire has 2 vents in it to allow air into it, and that's one at the top, one at the bottom. Now as a rule of thumb I just normally have them both open, but if I was putting logs and stuff on, in theory I would close the bottom vent, and then it would blow the air down onto the fire, because apparently that's what you're supposed to do according to YouTube. So, but yeah, but logs are good because they give an instant hit, whereas coal can take a while to get going and generate the heat. If you want to generate heat fast, get a log on there, because that generates heat pretty rapid, and it's pretty as well. Logs are pretty, they burn nice, you get nice flame off them, and it is very aesthetic, so why not? Oh, plus the fact Timbo from Moonshead has got his new fire pit, and if I catch up with him at some point, then yeah, we'll get the fire pit out, and of course that will be all log. So yeah, I'm going to get a couple of bags of log, another couple of bags of kindling. I've got 2 down here. Some could say I could get away with not having them, but it's the same principle. I like to keep stocked up, just in case there are any issues. Either I'm out of range or the fuel boat, or the fuel boat's having problems. So yeah, keep stocked up on the stuff. The bags of kindling from Hull they're okay actually, they're not massive bags. I bought 6 bags of kindling from Middlewich Chandlery on my way in. Oh, got something on the bottom there. On my way in from Oxford, thinking they were going to be the small size bags. And when he brought them out, he came out in a big trolley with these massive bags of kindling, and I'm like, what am I going to do with all this? But to be fair, it's lasted 3 months, and I only had to buy some last time. So yeah, sometimes you get up and you stock up. Of course, space is an issue on the boat, storing things, and really the only storage you have is the roof, and on this particular boat, the engine bay. So and there's enough garbage in the engine bay as it is. After the bridge there, bridge number 176. So just around the corner now we'll be passing Bramble cuttings, which is obviously a really pleasant cutting. Might head back there sometime this week. I think Tim wants to head because it'd be a good place to get the fire out, the coal pit out. So we might head back there. We'll see how we go. Let's get up to the lift first, spend the night at the lift, get the fuel and stuff tomorrow, and then crack on sometime on Wednesday. Oh, I can see a narrowboat moon shadow at the Bramble cuttings there. Looks like he's getting ready to rock and roll.
Trap that I made by myself, oh, and I always do the wrong thing. I'm unstable and I'm unsteady, I've lost a million times already, and I'm so sorry, but I'm not able to slow me down. I feel unable and
so yeah, this is Bramble cuttings. It's actually maintained by Broken Cross Boat Club. I'm not sure who owns it, but it's jointly looked after by Broken Cross Boat Club and CRT. So yeah, it's a good and it's a beautiful place to stay, basically because it's so secluded. And during the summer you just can't get in there because there's only room for 3 boats. It's always full, and I've never stayed there in summer. But I've stayed there quite a few times now over this winter period, and it is really pleasant. And like I say, I'll get fueled up and everything up at the lift, and I might come back here midweek because it's a nice little cruise down from Anderton to here. It takes a couple of hours, and like I say, the end location is extremely pleasant. So yeah, we might head back here. I've got to be careful with the dog at the cutting because obviously she can just roam around if there's no other boats there, and of course she does a lot of roaming and running up and down the hills and whatever. She can get a sore leg, so I have to manage her a little bit. I'm doing her again, aren't I? So that she doesn't get too sore a leg. She's been okay though for the last couple of days. I've been resting her quite a lot, not walking her too much, and her leg, although a bit limpy, doesn't seem to be causing her much bother. She can get on and off the bed again now, so that's a sure sign that it's okay. So of course, as you saw then, as I passed Bramble cutting, the moon shadow was there, just getting ready to cast off. And of course, little food parcel for one said Senna, and I just think it's a massive lump of beef because they like to have a nice Sunday dinner and what have you. And of course Senna is the beneficiary for the leftovers, and I tell you, I think that's why she loves Tim so much, because she knows that she's going to be getting lots of treats. And to be honest with you, Senna does better than I do, so now she's going to be feasting on beef later while I'm eating beans on toast. Work that one out. Spoilt dog, that's what she is, spoilt. but she'll enjoy it. And like I say, next time she sees Tim, she'll go nuts and just try and pounce all over him. But she knows what side of bread's buttered.
I've lost already, and I'm so sorry, but I'm not able to slow down now. And I'm so sorry, but I'm not able to slow down now. And I'm so sorry, but I'm not able to slow down now. I'm always self-destructive. I take a hit, I love it. Can you give me a second? I'm slow, got blurry.
So yes, as I was tempted to take another picture of another kingfisher, might be the same one, but on quite a narrow stretch, and in summer is notorious for being narrow because of the reeds, but of course it's winter, so they're all cut back and died off. Two boats come along, but we squeezed through, no problem. One of them a working boat, Gowrie, which is normally moored up at the boat lift. So I'm presuming, oh, I can see another kingfisher in the distance there. It's kingfisher day today, isn't it? Hardly seen any all year. And now on a winter's day, there's nothing but. Maybe it's rampant bonking day for kingfishers. This is the day we've all got to get a bit ready for the spring. Who knows? Keep your eye out for rampant kingfishers.
I fall into a trap that I made by myself. Oh, and I